I welcome all of you in Python programming class online. Today I am going to teach class 11, chapter 1, getting started for computer science and informatics practice both, because these two streams have the same programming language, that is Python. So let's start. This is chapter 1, getting started, unit 3rd. So what you are going to learn, just discuss it. So this is the starting chapter of Python, so don't worry, a beginner can also understand what you are going to learn. After studying this lesson, students will be able to, what do you learn? First point, appreciate the use of graphical user interface and integrated development environment for creating Python programs. So students, you should know, or you should understand what is graphical user interface. Earlier, operating systems and softwares were command based. You need to type the command and computer execute it. But nowadays all the platforms have become graphical user interface. It means in the form of pictures, icons, you can interact with computer. This interface is called graphical user interface. Whatever we are using for teaching learning process, it is also graphical user interface, because you are studying, you are learning with page, icons, mouse, cursors, etc. And integrated development environment. What is integrated development environment? So integrated development environment is an environment or a application where you get all the things in a one place. Okay, this is called integrated development environment. It means you get the compiler or interpreter or libraries and editor in the same place. So here you will learn how to run the Python programs, how to type the code, how to execute the program. Next point, work in interactive and script mode for programming. There are two different ways to develop a program. First one is interactive. Interactive means directly you can interact with the command cell, or script mode means you need to type the program, save it, after that you can run the program. This is called script mode. Create and assign values to variables. You will learn create and assign values to variables. Understand the concept and usage of different data types in Python. Different data types in Python you will learn in this chapter. Appreciate the importance and usage of different types of operator: arithmetic operator, relational operator, and logic operator. Create Python expressions and statements. So this is the things you are going to learn. Just let's start with introduction. In order to tell the computer what you want to do, we write a program in language which computer can understand. Though there are many different programming languages such as BASIC, Pascal, C, C++, Java, Haskell, Ruby, Python, etc. But we will study Python in this course. Students, in simple words, we can say, if you want to interact with computer, if you want to take some work from the computer, you need a language so that you can exchange the information to each other. Each other means computer and user. So there are many languages which gives you facility to interact with computer, and these are basic Pascal, C++, Java, Haskell, Ruby, Python. But here we are going to one of the language, that is Python only. Before learning the technicalities of Python, let's get familiar with it. Python was created by Guido van Rossum when he was working at CWI, Centrum Wiskunde and Informatica, which is a National Research Institute for Mathematics and Computer Science in Netherlands. The language was released in 1991. Python got its name from a BBC comedy series from 70s, Monty Python's Flying Circus. Python can be used to follow both procedural approach and object-oriented approach of programming. It is free to use. So this was a history of Python. It was released in 1991. It means it is 30 years old programming language. So have you think about that how this language got a name Python? So this name comes from the comedy series. If anybody asks you why this name is given to this programming language Python, so you can tell this name comes from the BBC comedy series from 70s. Okay. And what was the name of the series? Monty Python's Flying Circus. Monty Python Flying Circus. So this programming language got the name Python. You should know that Python is object-oriented approach of programming, and it is free to use. It doesn't need any license or purchase. Now let's study some of the features of Python. Features of Python, so popular, are as follows. Why Python is popular? When you know the features of Python, then you can understand why Python is so popular. It is a general purpose programming language which can be used for both scientific and non-scientific programming. So you can note it down. A Python can be used scientific and non-scientific programming. It is a platform independent programming language. Platform independent means if you develop a program in one machine, it can easily run to other computers, other operating system, other hardware. It is called platform independent. It is a very simple high-level language with vast library of add-on modules. Python has very rich library and of add-on modules. Add-on modules means many modules can be added on Python. It is excellent for beginners as the language is interpreted, hence gives immediate results. Python programs you can run easily because it is interpreted, it supports interpreter, and it is excellent for beginners because it gives you immediate result. The program written in Python are easily readable and understandable. It is suitable as an extension language for customizable application. It is easy to learn and use. So these were the features of Python. The language is used by companies in real revenue generating products such as, this is the great topic you are going to learn, you are going to know about it. Still nowadays in modern scenario, Python is used in well-known companies and they are generating revenue from Python. So these topics are going to be very interesting. Okay, see first one. In in operation of Google search engine and YouTube, Python is used. Second, BitTorrent peer-to-peer file sharing is written using Python. Next, Intel, Cisco, HP, IBM, etc. use Python for hardware testing. Maya provides a Python scripting API. iRobot uses Python to develop commercial robot. NASA and others use Python for their scientific programming tasks. So you can imagine that you are going to learn a well-known programming language, Python, because it is used by NASA, Google Search, YouTube, and many other well-known, renowned IT companies. Next, first step with Python. Let's start. We are continuously saying that Python is a programming language, but don't know what a program is. Therefore, let's start Python by understanding program. A program is a sequence of instructions that specifies how to perform a computation. The computation might be mathematical or working with text. To write and run Python program, we need to have Python interpreter installed in our computer. Ideally, GUI integrated is the standard most popular Python development environment. IDLE is an acronym of Integrated Development Environment. It lets edit, run, browse, and debug Python programs from a single interface. This environment makes it easy to write programs. So what is program? Program is a set of instructions. In simple words, we will be using version 2.7 of Python IDLE to develop and run Python code. In this course, it will be downloaded from www.python.org. So students, if you want to download Python IDLE, you can visit the website www.python.org and download IDLE version 2.7 or latest whatever is available now. Python shell can be used in two ways, which interactive mode and script mode. Where interactive mode, as the name suggests, allows us to interact with OS. Script mode, let us create and edit Python source file. Now we will first start with interactive mode. Hence we type a Python statement and the interpreter displays the results immediately. So students, there are two ways to run the program. First one is the interactive mode. It means you give the command in the front of the cell and it executes immediately. It is also called OS mode. Now let's start interactive mode. For working in the interactive mode, we will start Python on our computer. You can take the help of your teacher. When we start up the IDLE, following window will appear. So you need to open the Python program or Python IDLE. Python shell appears in front of you. This is the window. This is called Python shell. If you face any problem how to install the Python or how to open it, if you face any difficulty, you can contact with me or you can place your comment on this video so that I can help you. See, in this window many menus are there: file, edit, shell, debug, options, window, help, Python 2.7.3, this is version, and this type copyright, credits or license for more details, and this three angle brackets are there, closing angle brackets are there. Here you can type any commands to the Python shell. What we see is a welcome message of Python interpreter with revision details and the Python prompt. This is called Python prompt. Note it down. This is Python prompt. This is a primary prompt indicating that the interpreter is expecting a Python command. There is a secondary prompt also which is indicating that interpreter is waiting for additional input to complete the current statement. Interpreter uses prompt to indicate that it is ready for instruction. Therefore, we can say if there is prompt on screen, it means ideally is working on interactive mode. So what is interactive mode? When this prompt appears in front of you, then it is called interactive mode. We type Python expression statement command after the prompt and Python immediately responds with the output of it. Let's start with Python print how are you after the prompt. Here you are going to learn how will you print how are you. So it is very simple. You need to type print command and you need to write how are you. Then it simply prints how are you as a output. So it is a very easy program. What we get is Python's response. We may try the following and check the response. Print 5 plus 7, 5 plus 7, 6 multiply 250 divide 9, print 5 minus 7. It is also possible to get a sequence of instruction executed through interpreter. See example 1. X is equal to 2, y is equal to 6, z equal to x plus y, print z, output is 8, 2 plus 6, 8. Example 2, a is equal to 3, a plus 1, comma, a minus 1. Four 2, a plus 3, 4, and 3 minus 1, 2. Result is tuple of two values, 4 2. Result is tuple of two values is a comment statement. We will talk about it in the later part of the chapter. How we are good to write a small code on our own in Python. While writing in Python, remember Python is case sensitive. That means small x and capital X are different in Python. If we want to repeat prior command in interactive window, you can use up arrow key to scroll backward through command history and down arrow key to scroll forward. Use enter key to select it. Using these keys, your prior command will be recalled and displayed, and we may edit or return them also. D, control D or quit function is used to leave the interpreter. F6, F6 means control and F6 will restart the cell. Help of ideally can be explored to know about the various menu options available for programmer. Apart from writing simple commands, let's explore the interpreter mode. Next, type credits after the prompt and what we get is information about the organization involved in Python development. Similarly, copyright and license command can be used to know more about Python. Help command provides help on Python. It can be used as help function with nothing in parenthesis will allow us to enter an interactive help mode and with a name predefined in bracket will give us details of the referred word. To leave the help mode and return back to interactive mode, quit command can be used. Script mode. In script mode, we type Python program in a file and then use the interpreter to execute the content from the file. Working in interactive mode is convenient for beginners and for testing small pieces of code, as we can test them immediately, but for coding more than few lines we should always save our code so that we may modify and reuse the code. Result produced by interpreter in both the modes, which interactive and script mode, is exactly same. Python in interactive mode is good enough to learn, experiment or explore, but its only drawback is that we can't save the statement for further use and we have to retype all the statement to rerun them. To create and run a Python script, we will use following steps. In ideally, if the script mode is not made available by default with ideally environment, file open or file new window. For creating a new script file, write the Python code, add function, that is a script, save it, Ctrl S, execute it in interactive mode by using a run option or Ctrl 5. Otherwise, if a script mode is available, start from step 2. For every updation of a script file, we need to repeat step 3 and step 4. If we write example 1 in script mode, it will be written in the following way. Step 1, file new window. Step 2, define test function. Define test function colon x is equal to 2, y equal to 6, z equal to x plus y, print z. Step 3, use file save or edit save as option for saving the file. By convention, all Python program file have name which and with .py. So students, you should keep it note down, whenever you save a Python file you have to use extension .py. Step 4, for execution press Ctrl F5. If you want to execute Python program, you can use this shortcut key Ctrl F5 and we will go to Python prompt in other window. How will you run this code? You need to write test function, okay, and it will produce 8 because 2 plus 6 gives the output 8. Alternatively, we can execute the script directly by choosing the run option. If you don't know the shortcut key, simply you can click to the run option. While working in script mode, we add a print statement in our program to see the results which otherwise were displayed on screen in interactive mode without typing such statements. Variable and types. When we create a program, we often like to store values so that it can be used later. We use objects to capture data which then can be manipulated by computer to provide information. By now we know that object variable is a name which refers to a value. Every object has an identity, can be known using ID objects. So students, what is variable? What is variable. How will you define a variable? When programmer use some identity or programmer use a word except keywords, it means programmer defined word. It is called variable or object. A type can be checked using type object and a value. So let us study all these in detail. Identity of the object. Identity of the object. It is object address in memory and does not change once it has been created. We would be referring to object as variable for now. Type, that is data type. It is a set of values and the allowable operation on those values. It can be one of the following. Data types. What are data type? Data type means a variable can hold a specific type of value. It is declared by data type. How many types of data are there in Python? First one is number. Number have three category: integer, floating point, complex, and boolean. Boolean comes under integer. Second is none. Third is sequence. Sequence has three category: strings, tuples, list. Next is sets and mapping. Mapping has only dictionary type data. So students, in my next class I will explain each and every data type starting from number. So you need to subscribe the channel so that you can get the notification whenever I upload the video of the data type in detail. So you are going to learn so many things about data type. You need to like the video and share the video with your friends so that they can also learn Python programming for class 11 and class 12 computer science and informatics practice free of cost. And a website URL I have already given in the description box. You can visit the websites and you can get updated from CBC syllabus, sample papers, test papers, and you can subscribe the website for the newsletter, blogs, so that you can get updated about the technology updation day by day. And if you have any doubt or if you want any personal assistance, you can fill the registration form and get registered, and you can share the problem with me. I will definitely solve your problem related to Python programming and any question. Thank you very much for watching the video.